Hello everyone, this is Project Operation Drive Safe. We've gotten pretty far on this. Um, we've got most of the permissions done that are required. We've got all the basic functionalities that need to be in the application in order to be functional and prevent the application from being like overridden, so where somebody could modify the application itself and disable my application. For example, that being, a parent installs this application and the teenager or whatever goes in there and tries to override the permissions or whatever it is. So I've got most of the permissions taken care of. There's a lot of minor things that need to be finished, but for the most part, it does function. Of course, there's some crashing issues and some compatibility issues, but yeah, there'll be more of that to come. I'm going to show you here kind of what it looks like so far, so you can see. So yeah, that's most of it. Most of the permissions are here. I did paste that onto the website, and as you see here, it's taken some time. Luckily, when you're doing this kind of work, I was able to look at other applications and see how they ran, and what kind of code they used, and why they requested all these permissions, on the phone. And it seems to be that most, if not all, of the applications require all of these permissions to be used. So that's why I incorporated it in there. I don't really have any diagrams to go along with it, just because really it's just a bunch of code that goes on there. I did show you there the views on what it looks like. I don't have a way to show you it working on a cell phone. The way I've been testing it is using BlueStacks. Many of you will know that BlueStacks is like a kind of like a program that lets you run applications that would normally only be accessible on an Android phone. I can run them on my computer, and I do that for testing purposes strictly. I have a GPS. It emulates a GPS signal to make the computer think that it's actually moving when really it's not, but it just shows that my location is constantly changing, and which then it activates the settings. That's how I've been testing to make sure that it is working correctly. Like I said, there are some compatibility issues. I was able to run it fine on the BlueStacks. On the Samsung Galaxy S7, I just was having a whole lot of issues. It just kept crashing and crashing. 911 wasn't accessible, and that's a really big deal, because you don't want to jeopardize someone's safety. So I had to make sure that is running, no questions asked. I think that's pretty much it. I can I could try. I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about any of this here, feel free to reach out to me. Oh, I'm sorry. I also did use Notepad++. I used APK Studio. I used Android Studio. I used APK Unlocks, and of course Java. That's about it. Yeah, so if you have any other questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.